the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
I was for Koku Anyidoho, a former Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. Now, as I say, I'm not say they were reading itself at the Abora a Chief Justice Torkonoo, Nsem-Pii chese e kosuimu. Na ene Koku Anyidoho e kasano. Wade the bufu show pana chese akọ John Dramani Mahama, ene a Felix Ofosu our Minister of State in charge of government communication. Now, wakasa edi a John Dramani Mahama pass no credit. On SSA or Kotna, if you for 8 years no was any mistakes now are correcting him. In fact, or Chese Bibian wa a change. The Oyeno in the first administration and no pepe and I just say was signed a year 2025-2028. Now, Koku Anyidoho Nsema all canon what say. A new coin senka John Dramani Mahama etimi appointing nipa baako a Felix Ofosu Emmanuel serve as spokesperson for both the presidency and the entire government. I say a improper for one person to serve as spokesperson for both presidency and the government. Because a company say ya, see our say and what say Chief Justice get to talk no. Eba be here in the press conference no. Maybe a term about a week ago no. Or be in the press conference. Yenye mu say anche and I say a Felix Ofosu and so babonten ebe man reply. And no bisa say so reply no. From presidency and nasa saying. And I say from John Dramani Mahama no and a day my Chief Justice get to talk no and nasa from Onoan Kasa Felix Ofosu and I say or they reply no Emma Chief Justice get to talk no. No credit and then Samuel Koku Anyidoho akasa pa e dey John Dramani Mahama say the mistakes in there no credit on suen wie no correcting no so enwie yenti ni nsema or the two edwa ene anope.
Oh well, I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a Ghanaian. And yesterday I just found it very interesting what happened. And it's initially, so my comment was that the Chief Justice asked for an open hearing. Obisa said, "Yenya dianu betim na obian tentie ekoso ambaso." And now, he has started proceedings, you know. And he said, no, about abonting. My issue is more from the side of the government communication. First of all, I have never, because my age man pay. And he said, the issue where one person, and I said the same person, a customer from a buying. I've always had issues with it. You see, because at the end of the day, we must always insulate the president. There was a board president and as a presidency in the whole buying from the everyday conversation. It's a bit about customer buying, customer omamping, there are challenges. CJ Kasai, the government spokesperson, who is also the presidential spokesperson, came to respond. And my question is, should it have been so? When I was setting up committee, say an investigative chief justice, or call court, say open hearing, court in a Buguye, and Waba Bonting, say Obekanasen. From a public relations and communications point of view, if I was at that position, my take would have been say, let's not respond. Let us allow the committee to work. Once the government has responded and the presidency has responded, it has changed the complexion of the issue. And that's my take.
Sir, Okasa, it has changed the nature of the issue from where you sit. Do you think, sir, I suspended between Torkonoo na ehube hia kra say I no pressure ya or ye no na ehube hia say obeye sa.
The person has always wanted the matter to be discussed in the public domain.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always wanted it. She's not hiding that fact that I want this matter in the public domain. And I caught Buguye. So she went through the court and a court broke. If she has come to grant a press conference, what I would have done as a professional PR is that, look, let her have her say, but let's allow the committee set up by the president to work. Now she has baited you. You have commented. So the matter is in the public domain now, and we're all discussing it. The presidency can say, oh, we didn't go into the substantive issue. We just commented around the issue. Whether Jonah swallowed the whale or the whale swallowed Jonah, there was a swallow. So once you have commented on the matter, you have drawn the presidency into the whole discussion, and that's where we are now.
But wait, so Usha Beatrice and Wakasa or Kasa Gertrude and Wakasa or Kasa na. She's alluded to the fact that there are as it has some political machinations. And you are also in government. Don't you think that it was that prudent because of she trying to smear the whole issue with politics? I don't think almost somebody responded, you know.
Well, but so now the things become political. And I make as me, as a professional communicator, I would have issued a statement. Yes, government must respond. Why not? But for me, if I was working with the presidency, the statement that would have come is that, yes, we have heard what the Chief Justice has said, but because a committee is in place working, we will not comment. We leave the committee to work, so that this matter will be left at her doorstep. But once you have entered with other comments, you've opened yourself up. Look, for the first time, I didn't know, and many Ghanaians didn't know, say, Nani Ofa, the late Major Sam Aqua. I may be a tremo. And then make 3 high court judges, and I said, they see. She's now telling us that story. And you are commenting on it. Also, baby, hearing, no? She has sordid memories of that place. Baby, the committee is working. Allow the committee to respond, or allow somebody else, the justice system, to respond. But now if you go and drop the presidency into it, and government spokesperson, presidential spokesperson is talking about it, my brother, today that's what we are discussing.
So would you then say, sir, dear abino nra say wombeyi mamina no na omo lack some emotional intelligence, Anna?
I have not said so, and I will not say so. All I'm saying is that as a professional PR person, yes, the government must respond. Why not? But I would have left it at the point, say, yes, Mamina Kasa, the woman always wanted a public hearing. Government will not be baited into a public hearing. We will leave it for the committee to work. Magana Yakari.
But wait, Usha in some way na kosona Mami Kasa abayin penyin fosu yina no Ghana ha se wona mbebia nkoboy the demand for pono so a obi atwa bi edie. Do you see it as potentially damaging our judicial independence?
Well, that is what she is saying. She don't forget that for her to have risen to the position of Chief Justice, Sebe, Onesu Konumabia, Onesu Nimrano, into the Chief Justice. Today, that's what she's telling us, that the thing has become political. And that's what she wants to achieve. Say, politics. Into once the government has now entered the politics of the discussion, that is what we are discussing. Politics.
And some babin fan so and some kobo we nyina kra no e wo se yedi no wokukuom ma me dia ba bonten ma hu some legal luminaries a o ma ba bonten e de ka se dia ma me ne ba ye no e ya dia it's tantamount to contempt of court. I don't know where you want to situate yourself with those sayings.
So government responding, is that also contempt of court? So government has also responded. The government also in contempt of its own committee that is set up. That's what I'm saying. Sir. For me, I'm just dealing with it from a professional angle. Sir. Anka Eyeme and Amiwoho as presidential spokesperson. And I maybe can assert parameters. And say, ordinarily, go around the world and check all other democracies. Is that the established norm? No. So let government be government, and also let appointees be appointees, and let the presidency be the presidency. That's all. Because once one person is speaking for both presidency and government, everything you say, you are drawing the president into it, and that's not how it should be.
Koku, maybe because of Ghana ha. In fact, I have a hammer pa. So, ushe ye memu ha bibia ye de amanyo seme rem. The judiciary ye nim say, womo die anko mo die on baby ne kra no. As we speak now no, ye de amanyo seme akokora ho. Some people have made the argument say, so uko eye Supreme Court ho kra ba. Ye were NDC judges and then ye were MPP judges. Koku suddenly a hadrin pa Ghana ha ye be den na sa tag na ababeto esua every institution ye wo Ghana ha ye di amanyo akwako hwemu no ye be den na sa de ye yefrio.
My brother, it's a big question. It's a big question. And one is the assembly here. The modern never NDC MPP pattern. Nothing I say. And then happened and then. So she has come out to say it is politics. And the political establishment has responded. So it's not politics. It is not politics. And that's the problem we are having. And that's the point you are making. How do we separate politics from the facts? And I make us say, if I was at the presidency as head of communication, we will not comment. Wakasa, by this time, no, a one-sided argument. And I say one-sided debate. Ono na kana sen. Ono na ebi asebi. Watumra and wakokani. And you say okay. But once you respond, I bet that into kwa sebi. When will it end? And who is going to win the war in the public debate, in the public discourse? So it's worrying.
So now the damage has already been caused. Per aye unkoma uni edi. So one person in charge of government communication and also speaks for the presidency. So from where you sit as a professional PR, from the conversation, that is what I've gathered. Bisa say ombetimi aye bibi e a reverse situation no, so as to see say perhaps no, it is not the presidency that is responding to a Justice Torkonoo.
How do you do that? The presidency has already responded. The presidency has already responded. And so, once you draw the presidency into it, that's how it's going to be forever. And that's what she wanted, and she's achieved it.
So you feel, sir, now you baked bina or the
that is the word that you have used the right word. It was a bait. Unfortunately, the presidency fell for the bait.
Well, some way from the onset, no say now or no a per se as some no Yabeka Amaya the cameras are to so public hearing, and yes, she was even prepared, sir, over wavy a year ne the Denkra the right to a year hearing the issue in camera, and now she has come to tease you, and you have also responded. So meaning that says I didn't know about a public discourse.
Masa me tokobia ko e won bedroom. E na wo person be ko san Torkonoo. Man 1991 e na me de ko faculty kwan bi so. E na me de asem na bedroom. E na so aba bonti me to actually no na so be to bi. Nka fe de abeda me bedroom to kwan ye ko. Kwan bi na de asem be ko ahimfie. Because ahimfie na nkasa be right Torkonoo.
But somebody also argues, say, any committee never responded to this particular issue about public.
Good, my brother, that's the point I'm making. So we should have left it to the committee. Why did the presidency respond? and say mobile and ammonia mutoko biwo konkobi ase no moko then I say bam I say boy here adame ahimfie ni mobile tokwa ahimfie we dey know you working. That's the point I'm making, that professionally, from my perspective, I may be wrong, I may be right, but if I was, and because I've done that work before, my initial reaction, if I was to advise the presidency, is that don't comment. Even if you comment, just let the nation know. Say, look, we have heard everything Mamina Kasa. Nanso, ye no. A guy at the number, judges.
But wait, question I be say, and I'm say when yanti aseni. When say asem we be na no. Ye mrenim for no eka say. Asem no e wose ye kan okukuom. Say no asem no ye de akwa dan committee 5-member committee. Committee no ma me ne be kasa he no. Committee no amowa. So it means that any committee in Ababa Santino, this thing cannot be public. It is coming from a third party, and that is the president.
How does the presidency become a third party? The whole thing, the petitioners petition the president. So the president is the one who activated this process. People, and what she's telling us now is that 2 petitioners, and after 2 of the petitions, we know. Some third petition and petition there. Wakoye the checks. Actually, says organization it doesn't exist. So she doesn't understand where the third petition came from. So my brother, she has brought the issue into the public domain. At least now she's causing some public sympathy. How do we manage that one?